guys, welcome back to my channel and welcome to a brand new video. So today we are getting ready together. We are testing out a bunch of new drugstore makeup releases. I did a haul where I bought some of these items at my local Ulta. If you guys want to watch that first, you can click on it up here. But today we're just pretty much running through and testing everything. Most of these products have been tested out within the past 3-4 days, so I'm going to give you my honest review and opinion and then just wear them so you guys can see if these are products that you might want to pick up or maybe skip on. So with that said, grab your cafecito. Cheers. I just finished my coffee. It got cold now and I cannot drink cold coffee if it was warm. Weird, I know. Anyways, grab your cafecito and let's jump right into today's full face testing out brand new makeup. First things first, we're starting off with the base because I am so excited to share with you guys my review, my thoughts and opinions on the new Milani Conceal and Perfect Blur Out Skin Tint. I went in with the shade 11 because this is the one that matches me the closest. But oh my goodness, I have been testing this out behind the camera, behind the scenes for the past few, maybe like 3-4 days. And oh my gosh, I have to say that this is one of the best blurring skin tints that I have tried. This one and the Kylie Cosmetics blurring skin tint literally go hand in hand. The only difference is that this is in a stick form and the Kylie one is a liquid, almost like foundation style, but they're both equally as good. So I'm going to start off with priming my face using the Blur Out Primer. This is one of my absolute favorites at the moment. It is so easy to use and it does a great job at actually blurring out the skin. So I'm not going to use it all over the face. I literally only concentrated in the areas where I feel like I need some help with maybe large pores, blackheads. If you have little fine lines and wrinkles, that's where you want to use it. I think I'm just going to keep it in my nose area for today. Thank you to everyone who sent me well wishes in my last few videos. I feel so much better. I'm still a little bit congested, but I did finally go see a doctor. Well, I didn't go physically see a doctor, but I did go, I did a online, ¿cómo se dice? You do like an online appointment and then you tell the doctor your symptoms and then he sends out his medicine out to your local pharmacy, and the next day I felt so much better and I'm just continuing to get better. So anyways, just wanted to say thank you guys for the well wishes. I'm feeling so much better. Okay, so let's go in with the skin tint. I'm going to pull up a little information on this really quick. This one retails about $13, $15 depending on where you buy it. They do have 25 shades to choose from. So it says, swipe on a soft filter with Milani Conceal and Perfect Blur Out Skin Tint, a buildable light to medium coverage skin tint with a natural soft matte second skin finish, which I totally agree. So I've been using this, like I said, for the past 3-4 days, and I am surprised that I like it. I'm usually not a skin tint person because I just like full coverage, but this one actually gives me the coverage that I want without being too much. So I'm going to do a few swipes just so you guys can see. That's a pretty close match and I love the way this wears. So I prefer to use this one with a brush just because, again, it is light to buildable medium coverage. If you use a sponge, you're going to get little to like no coverage at all. And for me, that's just, it's not it, you know. I like my coverage. I'm going to use a little more here. It blends out super nicely. It does give you a blurring effect. So if you're looking for something lightweight, buildable, but it's not thick or heavy, affordable, and that you can kind of like manipulate the coverage on it, I think this is going to be your new bestie, especially for the summer. If you're a girl that likes a lighter coverage foundation, definitely try this one out. It's really, really nice. And it's, like I said, super, super lightweight. So as you can see, it did cover most of my redness. I didn't cover it all, but that's okay because I can always go in with concealer if I need more, or I can just layer this. But I find that just applying a little bit of concealer there just does the trick for me. So one last thing that I wanted to mention is that I do feel like this slightly oxidizes on the skin as it's like drying down. So make sure that you bring your foundation stick or your foundation all the way down to your neck, just so you don't see like a harsh difference. Because the first time that I wore this, I was like, oh my gosh, perfect, this is an exact match. And then I went out in the sunlight and it seemed like a little bit darker than what it looked on me earlier. So I was like, oh, okay, I need to make sure that I blend it down to my neck, because you can see the difference between my face and my neck, and it just wasn't cute. Okay, other than that, if you are thinking about should I try this, should I not, go for it. If you feel like you need a new sheer, buildable, affordable, breathable, long wearing skin tint, grab it. Okay, or if you've been wanting the Kylie, grab this one. So much more affordable and it wears really nicely. If you are oily, you will see some oil peeking through. Just make sure that you're mattifying your skin and you'll have no problem with that. So let's move on to another product. This is the brand new Morphe concealers. It's the Wake Up Artist Under Eye Correcting Concealer in Peach 02. All this makeup, I pretty much have been testing it out behind the scenes for you guys, and I will tell you my thoughts along the way. So I've been color correcting, which I notice such a difference when I do color correct versus when I don't. So I'm just going to take a little brush and just with the tiniest amount. It's so creamy. I really, really like this. I can see myself using this all the time. Look at how nice that blends out. Just take a little brush, just any little brush that you have at hand, or you can even use your fingers. And I just tap it in. And you only need a little bit because it does give you nice coverage. And look at that. Immediately, it like cancels out any darkness that you have. So if you ever wonder why your concealer looks gray or it just doesn't look right, try color correcting. So after that, we're going to do a little bit of bronzing. And I don't have any new bronzers to share with you guys. So I'm just going to use my Rare Beauty bronzer that I've been using. So today, let me tell you my plans for the day, okay? Do you guys remember that I told you that I joined a mom's club? So here where I live, which is Spring, there's a mom's club where you sign up, you pay a one-time yearly fee of like $35, something affordable, right? And there's a few ladies that are in charge of like doing outings. So they'll say, hey, come meet me, and their daughter's name or their boy's name. Come meet us at this playground, and you go, you take your kiddo, you have fun, you get to meet new moms. And oh my gosh, you guys, like I just realized how much I actually needed like that human interaction besides like my kids, my husband, and my sister, which obviously I love them. But it's also nice to just get out there and make new friends and just have something in common, which is your kids. So most of the moms that go there, oddly enough, most of them have boys, and our boys are pretty much the same age. So it's been so much fun, so refreshing. Lincoln absolutely loves it. Every day he tells me, he's like, Mommy, are we going to go have fun today? Because that's what I tell him. I'm like, buddy, we're going to go have fun today, okay? Because it's fun, it makes it fun for them. We get to hang out, we get to talk, just catch up on life and get to know each other, and the kids get to burn some energy. So it's been so fun, and today we are going down to, I think it's like Tomball or something, and they're doing this like cowboy theme. I guess it's for like the rodeo here in Texas. I've actually never been to the rodeo. I'm hoping I go this year because I just been missing out. But yeah, we're gonna go do that, and we'll see what else is in plan for us. Usually we'll have lunch after with a friend of mine, but my life has definitely been a little bit busier, which I love. Don't get me wrong, I love being at home because I'm such a homebody, but it's nice to not only think about myself, because let's be honest, my son deserves to have fun, okay? I'm gonna let that sit for a few minutes. So this concealer also has the same formula as the corrector. Again, this is the Morphe Wake Up Artist Under Eye Correcting Concealer in the shade Sand 5W. It's actually a really good match because I like my concealer to be a little brighter. So I'm just gonna let that dry down. Now I'm gonna take my sponge and tap this out. And as you can see, it gives you enough playtime for you to like sit on it and then like blend it out. I think maybe I can go a shade darker, but because we color corrected, I'm not too worried. So that's why it's kind of important to color correct if you have darkness underneath your eyes, because if you go in with a concealer that is way too light for you, it's just going to accentuate the bags, the darkness, and all of that. So I am going, so make sure that you try to color correct as much as you can. That way your eyes can look nice and bright. I'm going to take my little brush and then just like tap out between the blush or the concealer and the bronzer. So there's the concealer. I mean, it's nothing crazy. I like it. I like the formula. It looks really nice underneath the eyes. It's like nice and hydrated, as you can see. It's not super matte, so it's not going to be clingy or anything. Let's try out the Juvia's Place new blushes. This is in the shade Charming Coral. I wish I would have gone with a different shade. I honestly do, because I don't know. I don't like this color of peach. I like it either like a deeper peach or like a very soft, and this is more of a coral. If you can imagine that in your head, yeah. It's more of a coral peach, and I guess these are not exactly my favorites, but we're going to work with what I have. So if you already love the Juvia's Place bronzer, the one that comes in this exact same compact, then you're going to like this formula, where it's really nice and like buildable. It's not too crazy pigmented, so you can, you know, build up the color as intense as you want, or you can go a little bit light hand and not as crazy. I believe these are maybe under $15. I want to say something like that, but they're very creamy. I like the formula. I mean, it's another blush. What can I say? You know, I have a million of these. Do you need it? No, because again, the formula is nothing like, oh my gosh, so crazy. But if you do love Juvia's Place, then I think this is a formula that you would actually enjoy. Now, my favorite product that I've been testing out is the Juvia's Place loose powder in the shade Coconut Flakes. Again, I love this packaging. For me personally, I think it's really convenient because even though it is like even though it is a little bit big, but it's nice and thin and compact. I don't know. For some reason I really like it. So I have come to the realization that I don't like powders that don't have some coverage to them, because I feel like they make my under eyes look a little funky. I don't know. Could be just me. And I'm going to use the huge powder puff that I also ordered. I like to take off some of the powder on my hand just so it's not so powdery underneath, and then we're going to go in and set, and look at that. It's so nice. It's very buttery and silky. It is going to be a little light, so if you want a bright under eye, this is the shade to go. If not, go for the next shade. I believe it's like banana or something like that. I was going to go with that one, but I was afraid that it was going to be too yellow, and I don't necessarily have the most yellow undertones. So I was like, you know what? Let me go with a safe one. Let me go with one that's a little lighter. And this one works out just perfectly. With this skin tint, Milani also sent over their Conceal and Perfect Blur Out powder. So I used to have this, and I'm pretty sure I got rid of it because I can't find it anymore. I didn't like it for my under eyes because it oxidized on my skin and it made my under eyes look super orange, but it does do a great job at setting the rest of your skin. So I'm just going to use this to set my entire face, and I personally like to use a brush, something like this. This is from the Nazanin Kavari. You know who she is? She's like a pretty big famous influencer. She did this collab with BH Cosmetics years ago when I got her makeup brushes, and they're still some of my favorite to this day. But anyways, what I was trying to say is that I like to set my face with a large powder when I am using loose powder, because I don't like it to be like too powdery, and this just helps me like really press it down. I'm just going to add a little bit of bronzer using my What's Up Beauty bronzer. I'm telling you guys, I cannot put this down, And then for my blush, I figured that I can use a peach tone blush. So I'm going to use Peaches from MAC. And then the last product, base product that I wanted to try with you guys is the new Morphe Cloud Light Soft Glow Veil Powder. So this is the only one that I haven't really messed around with, and it's because I don't know what to do with it. Do you set your under eyes? Do you use it as a under eye brightening powder? Do you set your skin? Let me look it up because I'm genuinely confused and I don't know how to use it. So it says set skin in its most flattering light as if illuminated by a soft blurred cloud diffuse glow. Morphe's Cloud Light Soft Glow Veil features a light reflecting technology and is infused with squalane, shea butter, and hyaluronic acid. It sweeps on to finish your look with natural radiance. Okay. So we're going to try it underneath the eyes. I'm a little bit scared, but I'm going to use my little makeup sponge, and it says to sweep or gently press and roll powder on top of concealer, improving and extending the wear of your product. Okay, so I'm taking some on my sponge. I'm just going to roll it. Okay, so I can definitely see the brightening effect, and it does feel a lot softer, but I don't know that I like it for my under eyes. I'm going to take some to my chin because it does have a nice luminosity to it, but it's very sheer. I don't know how I feel about this product. I think I need to keep messing with it to really understand it, but I don't know. Maybe it's not for me. I'm not a fan of it, honestly. But again, I could be using it wrong. Went off camera to just finish the rest of my face. Lined my lips with the new Morphe lip liner in, this is the shade Fresh Fig. It is such a pretty mauve lip liner. I don't know. It's still brown, but mauve. And then I am topping it off with the new CoverGirl Blur lipsticks. Oh my gosh, this is in the shade Blur the Lines, and it is so pretty. This formula, gag. It is so, look at that. Oh my gosh, so pretty. So comfortable on the lips. It definitely gives that blurred look. I love how these feel, super light. I need every single shade of this lipstick because they're so pretty. Again, if you want something that'll blur out, if you have a lot of little wrinkles on your lips, these lipsticks are perfect for you. That combo on its own eats every single time. I've been wearing it for 3 days straight and I love it. But just adding a hint of pink on the top literally tops it off. So I'm going in with the new Juvia's Place lip gloss in pink velvet. This is their pink smoothies collection. I think that's what it's called. And I love it. They are quite pigmented, so I'm only going to use a little on the center. And it just adds the perfect hint of pink. I love that they don't get goopy, they don't get sticky, they're not thick, they're just the perfect formula. Okay guys, so there you have it. This is a full face testing brand new makeup. Oh my gosh, I loved everything, even though yes, I have been wearing it behind the scenes just to get a feel of it, to see what products were going to work out for me. And honestly, 10 out of 10, I recommend everything. I actually really like how bright my under eyes look. I will have to keep playing with the Morphe powder because I'm still not sure. This is the one and only thing that I'm do I love it? Do I not really care for it? So if you guys try this out, let me know in the comment section down below. Other than that, I'm heading out. I'm going to go have some fun. Thank you so much for being here. I love you. Stay safe, and I will see you in my next video. Mwah.